This is the biggest problem in rent to social housing right now. And I've invested in property for nearly 15 years. I've been in the social housing space since 2022. And the reason that this is a problem is because it's a question I constantly get asked. And in all honesty, I just do not have an answer for it. Almost everybody actually says to me, Johnny, this seems too good to be true. And as the old saying goes, if something seems too good to be true, then it probably is. So I'm going to give you 5 reasons why everybody thinks social housing investments are too good to be true. And if you stick around for number 5, it's the biggest reason why most of our investors choose this strategy. Coming in at number 1 of why social housing investments seem too good to be true. Our investments are backed by the government and Home Office contracts. The government is essentially the only business in the country that won't go bankrupt in a recession, so you can call it recession proof if you like, and they are the ones paying our rent. They fund our housing providers that we work with, meaning our income is very reliable, and even if a provider that we are working with were to go bust, it would be hugely in the government's interest to reallocate their funding to a different provider and keep the redundant providers' tenants inside the accommodation that they actually already reside in. And actually on top of that, something that we do personally at Secure Space Housing, which is our limited company, we have it written into our contract that a legal representative, who is paid a fee as well, will understand and reassign the contract we have with providers to a different provider. Number 2 is our income is fixed, reliable, and most importantly, predictable. Historically, property has always been reliable. Ever since the Doomsday Book was created back in 1086, there hasn't been a 10-year period in property where the average property price has gone down. That's probably where the term safest houses comes into play as well. But still, rental returns or rent from private tenants can fluctuate. Tenants can decide not to pay. This type of stuff was highlighted particularly throughout COVID, where a lot of landlords or rent-to-rent operators had tenants flat out refuse to pay their rent. Well, we don't have that problem because we are paid through the government. We have durable, watertight, commercial, fully repaired and insuring leases as well, and this is on both sides. So we have this with the landlord and with the housing provider. We distribute fixed rent to the landlord, and because we have these fully repaired and insuring leases, it provides us with a certain guarantee or certain guarantees around tenant eviction as well. Number 3 is our profitability isn't based on rental margins. I've mentioned this before, but our profit isn't based on the rental margin that we make from what the provider pays us and then what we pay the landlord. We distribute all of that to our investors. Now, not everybody works like this, and some companies like us will take a bit of that margin, but we choose to base our profitability on what we make basically in a flat upfront fee, and that is included in whatever investment amount we require for our units. So if rental prices really start to shoot up and housing providers are unable to keep up, it doesn't directly affect our business's profits. 4th is a change of government shouldn't change a thing. Now, Labour has highlighted the need for strategic planning, local engagement, and more importantly for us, really increased housing supply, and this includes a focus on affordable and social housing. Labour's committed or has said they aim to construct 150,000 social and affordable homes annually, which is directly addressing the net loss of housing in recent years. And they've also released their 5 golden rules for house building. Number 3 being, for affordable homes, plans must target at least 50% affordable housing delivery every time land is released. And even our current government has issued various increased grants, including the social care grant, which is rising by 1.2 billion to 5 billion, the market sustainability and improvement fund, the discharge fund, and the better care fund. The funding package is likely to be used for constructing new social housing units, renovating existing social housing units, and providing support services for residents as well. Administrative costs for managing social housing properties are also going to be covered. And last but not least is number 5, passive income. And take it from me, I've been around the block. I've invested in buy-to-lets, HMOs, flips, lease extensions. I've bought and sold land, and this strategy is hands down the most passive form of property investment I have ever done. There is no tenant management. You don't have to worry about employing a bad letting agent. You don't have to worry about voids general repairs and maintenance, because they're all covered for you as well in the contract and looked after by the housing provider. You won't even hear from us as an investment company unless you want to. So as an example, since investing in my first deal back in 2022, I've physically viewed the property never. I've put all of about 3 hours into the management of it, and that was at the start to make sure I was comfortable with the investment. So basically just answering questions and having my questions answered. Since then, I honestly haven't touched it, and I leave absolutely everything up to the provider. So there you have it. We've managed to cover off 5 of the key reasons why everybody thinks social housing investments are too good to be true. They are supported by government-backed or Home Office-backed contracts. They provide a fixed, reliable and predictable income. This one's a bit more personal to our company, but our profitability isn't based on the rental margins. So it's based on a fixed upfront fee. A change of government shouldn't really change a thing. And the social housing model and rent to social housing model is a passive income. Let's also not forget, all of this is available to us whilst we're helping house hundreds, if not thousands of people who need our support. Thank you again so much for watching. And as always, if you're getting any value from these videos, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. If you would like to invest with me or with us, you can click one of the links below. Or if you would just like a free, no obligation chat to see if we can actually work together and I can help you achieve your goals in property, feel free to click the link below too, and you can get in touch with me directly. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.